Well, hi, and thanks for stopping by the Pellets and Pistons Airgun channel. Today is a beautiful 60-some-odd degree day here in February in New England, so this is unheard of. Just an absolutely gorgeous day, so I thought I'd get out here and take advantage of the weather. And what we've got on the bench today is the Diana Model 460 Magnum. Now, some of you may have seen a previous video where I went over a little bit of it, showed you a close look at it, and gave you some of the specs, so we won't bother doing that today. But today we're going to run it through its paces. We're going to check the trigger pull. We're going to run it over the chronograph, and then we'll do a 5-shot group at 25 yards just to see what it's able to do for accuracy. So this ought to be fun. Stick around, and thanks again for stopping by the Pellets and Pistons Airgun channel. Okay, so we have the Diana Model 460 Magnum on the bench, and we're going to do some trigger testing and see what the pull weight is with my brand new Lyman trigger pull gauge that that Mrs. Pellets and Pistons was kind enough to buy us for Christmas. So the channel has a new trigger pull gauge that we can use on the rifles from here on in instead of me guessing. One of the things I've discovered since I've been using this trigger pull gauge is that I tend to overestimate what the weight is when I'm telling you guys that it's a 5 or 6 pound pull. It's more like a 3 pound pull. So we'll be a lot more precise now that we have this tool. So anyway, let's begin. We're going to fire 3 shots. Just to see how the rifle's doing. The trigger pull weight on this is fairly light. It's right in the ballpark of what I prefer for a trigger pull on a bench gun, like most of my guns are used as. Alright, shot number 1. 12.5 ounces. Very nice. Very, very nice. I prefer a trigger pull under 1 pound if I can get it. I just seem to shoot a lot better with that than I do with a heavier trigger pull weight. I tend to pull the gun off target when the weight is too heavy on the trigger. All right. Shot number 2. .2 ounces. And shot number 3. .2 ounces. So we're averaging between 15 and 12.5 ounces. I'd say that's pretty good. Let's get the average and see if it worked. Yeah, 14-ounce trigger pull is what the average is, and that's not bad at all. That's again, that's less than a pound. I really enjoy a trigger that's light like this because I do most of my shooting off a bench. I don't have to worry so much about shooting offhand. I'm a lousy offhand shot. I really am. So when you see me shooting these nice 55-yard shots and so on and so forth, just remember I have the advantage of having a sandbag rest and I'm shooting off a bench. I'm nowhere near as good as these field target guys that can do similar shooting offhand. At any rate, next step is to run it over the chronograph, so let's do that. And okay, so we're going to do some chrono testing with the Diana Model 460 Magnum. This one's had a tune kit installed, a Vortec tune kit, and I think it was probably a low output tune kit because it's not really shooting up to spec. The gun's rated at I think 1100 feet per second in 177 caliber, which it is. This gun is in 177 caliber, but I'm not getting that much, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And I don't expect to get that much with anything but an alloy pellet, but I would expect to get closer to 1,000 feet per second with these 8.44 grain pellets. However, that's not what we're doing. We're going to take shot number 1 right now over the chronograph. 958 feet per second. So that's a far cry from 1,100. We'll shoot 5 shots. And then we'll take an average, and I'll give you that muzzle energy as well. Shot number 2, 955. I really like this rifle. One of the things I wanted to mention while we were doing the trigger testing is that this has the Model T06 trigger. Wonderful, wonderful trigger. I really like it a lot. In my opinion, it's probably second only to the record trigger that's on the Viral rifles. Shot number 3. 957. So far it's really consistent, and that usually means it's going to translate into pretty good accuracy. And we'll find out in the next segment. Shot number 4. 964. And lastly, shot number 5. 959. Not bad. I'd say this gun is really consistent. It's shooting pretty good, and I'm going to give you the average and the foot-pound of muzzle energy right here. All right, so that's the chrono results. Let's move on to target shooting at 25 yards with these exact Diabolo 8.44 grain pellets. All right, so let's do that, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so we'll be shooting a 5-shot group at 25 yards with the Diana Model 460 Magnum. We're going to be shooting exact Diabolo 8.44 grain domed head pellets, and we're going to see how this gun performs. So let's get that first shot downrange. All right. Shot number 1. I really like this rifle. I'm glad I picked it up. I picked it up secondhand. I was not the one who installed the Vortec tune kit, but I was told that it has a Vortec tune kit in it. I have no reason to doubt it because it shoots like it does, that's for sure. It shoots like a dream. It's got a very smooth action, no vibration, no buzzing, and just a nice quick shot cycle. Really pleased with this rifle. Shot number 2. A little bit noisy on the cock and stroke. I can tolerate that. That's not a big deal, but if I ever do decide to take this gun apart, I'll address that as well. But for now, I think I'm going to leave this gun just the way it is because it seems to shoot well. And it certainly has a wonderful firing behavior. Three. It seems to shoot pretty straight, doesn't it? Of course, I should never say that until I'm finished. Because there's always that inevitable flinch or gust of wind that messes everything up. That's shot number 4. All right. And lastly, shot number 5. I pulled that one. I'm going to go for 10. I'm going to shoot 10 shots at this target instead of 5 because I think I need to give this gun a chance. So this will be shot number 6. Looks like we got to adjust a little bit to the right, but it seems to group pretty well. Shot number 7. Got a little breeze from left to right all of a sudden. Oh, and some of you folks have asked me to use paper targets instead of these splatter targets. I always thought the splatter targets were a little more entertaining for the video, but obviously paper targets are a little more precise. So, and I lost count. I think that was shot number 7, so this will be shot number 8. But yeah, so the point being is that these are my last of my splatter targets. So, and I bought some 10-meter targets that we'd be using at 25 yards, which are just paper targets. So from here on in, we'll use those, and we'll be a little more precise in our evaluation of accuracy. Shot number 8, I think. While I was filming a little while ago, a flock of turkeys just flew through my yard. On my back boundary, I have a little trout stream that borders my property. And they flew across the trout stream, and they walked across the back 40 down here while I was getting prepared to shoot. It was quite the thing to see. I don't often see turkeys around here, so it was nice to see a flock of about 7 or 8 of them as they flew over the brook. It was kind of cool. This is shot number 9, I think. I shouldn't talk so much in between shots because I lose count. And lastly, shot number 10. It's shooting pretty good. I'm looking at that 10-shot group, and it's probably about an inch and a quarter. So nothing's fantastic, but again, I've been messing around with different pellets. These shoot the best so far, but I'll probably find something that does even better if I keep looking. All right, well, there's your 10-shot group anyway, and I'll let you be the judge of whether or not that's acceptable accuracy at 25 yards. But I'm pretty impressed with this rifle. I think I'll keep it. And to celebrate this beautiful Diana Model 460 Magnum, we'll go ahead and take a shot at the bell and see how we do. Let's try it offhand. Beautiful. It gets there pretty quick, doesn't it? Well, folks, I want to thank you for stopping by the Pellets and Pistons Airgun channel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your viewership. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and by all means, hit that bell if you'd like to be reminded of future videos. Thanks again, folks. Have a great day.